Don Whitney story.
So I grew up in a little county seat town in northeast Arkansas called Osceola, right on the Mississippi River, about 45 minutes north of Memphis, just south of the Missouri Boot Heel. Town of about 8,000 people, very agricultural county. If they planted cotton, it'd be the #1 cotton county in the world. If they planted soybeans, it'd be the #1, soybeans capital. And so my dad was manager of a small town radio station back in that day. Every town of 5,000 people or more had both a radio station and a newspaper. So my dad managed a little radio station. I grew up in that. Started working radio when I was 14. I intended to be a sportscaster. Once I realized I wasn't going to lead off, play center field with the St. Louis Cardinals, the next best option was sportscasting. And I had played baseball a little bit at Arkansas State, where I went. And I read a biography of Howard Cosell. And most of your listeners are probably not going to be familiar with that name, but he was one of the first voices on Monday Night Football, the first three guys, Frank Gifford and Don Meredith, in the 70s. And he said his legal background was the best training he had for a sportscasting career. Howard Cosell left a $30,000 a year job in the Depression. Now think about that, $30,000 in the Depression. That was incredible money. He walked away to become a $500 a month sportscaster. And so in my 21-year-old mind, I'd seen a lot of guys get stuck in small town radio. And so in my 21-year-old mind, I said, I'll go to law school like Cosell, get a law degree, and I'll go to a big station and say, I'll be your attorney and your sportscaster. But I went to law school, hated every minute of it. And during that year, I began to struggle again with something that had happened my last year of college, and that was dealing with a call to preach. So I left law school for Grace School, I tell people, went in ministry preparation after a year of law school. And I've been in ministry ever since, either pastoral ministry, full or part-time, about 24 years. I've been teaching in seminaries, 2 seminaries for 27 years.
In the 2 seminaries besides Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, you were at Midwestern before that?
Right. I went to Chicago suburbs where I pastored a church for 15 years. In 95, went to Midwestern, one of the 6 Southern Baptist seminaries, was there 10 years, and then came 17 years ago to our oldest and largest seminary, the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky.